As part of understanding the sourcing process in procurement, there are a number of things that you need to know. And I'm going to talk you through such things. Now, the first is what is sourcing and how does it compare to outsourcing? Now, when talking about sourcing in procurement, you're simply concerned with how and where services or products are obtained. In fact, you can look at sourcing as the process of identifying, selecting, and developing suppliers. Don't confuse sourcing with purchasing, because if you look at the procurement cycle, right, we have the pre-contract awards, stages and the post-contract award stages. Sourcing is actually part of the pre-contract award stages, all the way from identification of need to the part where now you're supposed to be awarding the contract. Purchasing, on the other hand, is transactional. So this one usually comes after the contract has been awarded. In short, post-contract transactional aspects such as ordering, receipting, and payment. I know that we've talked about the procurement cycle. So it's something that we need to understand. You also need to understand how, so not only the 13 stages, right? You also need to understand how sourcing relates to all those stages. In short, we're talking about identification and definition of need, procurement planning, development of the contract, market survey and engagement, appraisal and selection of suppliers, receipt and evaluation of offers, and the contract award. And so just to, again, repeat the point that you've already made, purchasing, something like purchasing, is going to be part of the post-contract stages. So as I said, there are two things. There is a pre-contract, there is the post-contract. Post-contract, we're talking about things like expediting payment, contract or supplier management, ongoing asset management, and post-contract lessons learning. So the point is simple. What is sourcing? Sourcing is concerned with how and where do you get products or even the services that you're in need of. Okay? So that is the first thing that you need to understand here. So regarding your options when it comes to sourcing, there are a number of things that you can do. I mean, we will see those ones, okay? Things like, do I negotiate directly with the supplier? Do I use ITT, invitation to tender, competitive bidding and all those things? Now, the second thing, what about outsourcing? Outsourcing means hiring an external company to perform a business activity that you could do internally. And sometimes it could even be something that you can't do internally, right? Now, look at it this way. The Apple, right? Apple, the makers of iPhone and all that, right? So typically what happens is they will design whatever phone they want, come up with the specifications, all those things, they do those ones internally. But then the actual production of your iPhone is going to be outsourced to, say, a company like Foxconn. Okay, so they will outsource those ones. So you see, that is different from sourcing. The point here is very simple, right? Outsourcing means you have to source. You have to find out who's going to do it for you, okay? But sourcing itself doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to outsource. In short, outsourcing involves sourcing, but sourcing doesn't always mean outsourcing. So understanding the difference is very important, because sometimes you think, well, we are outsourcing and therefore that is like, no. Sourcing simply means how and where do we get whatever it is that we want, okay? Now, outsourcing simply means finding someone else to do something that we could have done on our own, or we probably don't want to do on our own, or we can't do on our own. But first of all, we sourced, we found the person who's going to do that thing for us, all right? And then we told them what they're going to do. That is still part of sourcing. Now, the part where you tell them what to do and how to do it, and the fact that it's not in your company, that is what makes it outsourcing, okay? So there is that. And by the way, remember you can have practice exercises in these sort of topics, okay, and other topics. So if you're interested in those sort of things, practice questions, which you can do a mark, or some you just do and mark on your own. The point is, there are options, right? Make sure you join our members only club, link in the description. You can access all this stuff, past papers, resources, and stuff like that. Also, if you're interested in getting these sort of things regularly sent to you via email, make sure you're part of my newsletter, okay? So the links are in the description. Check that one out. If you like this channel, subscribe. Now let's move on. Strategic and tactical sourcing. So the point you have to understand is that sourcing can be carried out in two ways. The first one is strategic, obviously, and the second one is tactical, whichever way you want to order them. The point is, tactical sourcing is also known as operational sort of level sourcing. These were just day-to-day stuff. And then you have strategic, those two. Tactical is concerned with things like, lower level decisions relating to low profit, low risk, and routine items. The formulation of short-range decisions as to how specific supply requirements are to be met in response to changing or temporary conditions in the organization or supply market. For example, supplier failure, supplier disruption, or even fluctuation in demand. It also is concerned with clearly defined requirements and specifications and transactional sourcing decisions based mainly on open bidding and purchase price, for example, the operation of tendering. I mean, a simple way to understand this one, let's take a company like Walmart, okay? So just any retail giant, okay? So in this case, we're talking about Walmart. So a business like Walmart faces an expected surge in demand for cleaning supplies after a seasonal event. So cleaning supplies, do you think these people are going to have an entire meeting with the board and all that stuff, just figure out how they're going to, buy those cleaning supplies? See, that is not something that requires strategic decision making. That is something operation. That is something tactical. So what is the company going to do in this case? In this case, the procurement team issues a quick RFQ, request for quotation, okay, compares supplier bids, chooses the best deal, okay, places short-term orders. In short, when talking about tactical sourcing, we're talking about the kind of sourcing that is fast, transactional, and responsive. This is going to be different from strategic. Because strategic, if tactical is going to be short-term, then definitely strategic is going to be long-term, right? So strategic sourcing, long-term thinking, which means the activities involved there are going to be, they look something like this. We have, they're concerned with top level, okay, long-term decision relating to items with high profit and high supply risk, formulation of long-range, high-level decisions about procurement policies, the supply base, supply chain relationships, okay, the purchase of capital equipment, and ethical sustainability issues. Also developing a deep understanding of requirements, for example, value analysis. Now, a simple way of understanding this is if you look at any car manufacturing company, so Tesla, BYD, whatever it is, right? If that company is interested in acquiring lithium, so they are sourcing for lithium, right? Why? Because they need batteries. The whole thing when it comes to electric cars is just how long do your batteries last? How fast does it charge? That is pretty much what gives you the competitive edge. The rest are just aesthetics, okay? I mean, like, yeah, that's a beautiful Tesla. Yeah, that's just aesthetic. It doesn't do anything other than making you look at it and say, that's nice, okay? Just aesthetics and software. But when it comes to how fast does it charge, okay, and how long does it hold power for, that is the main thing. So when such companies are looking for materials that are going to be using to build their batteries, so in this case, let's take lithium, then that means that kind of sourcing is going to be strategic. So what exactly are they going to be doing? They're going to be, analyzing the global supply markets, identifying strategic suppliers, negotiating long-term agreements. I mean, these are things that they are going to be doing. So what was the point here? The point here was for you to understand, one, what exactly is sourcing? Okay, we've said basically just how do you get whatever it is that you want. In this case, could be goods or services, right? The fact that sourcing is actually concerned, basically it's involved in all the pre-contract award stages, all the way from need identification to figuring out the supplier you want to deal with so that you award the contract, okay? We've said that sourcing is not the same as outsourcing, right? I mean, when you outsource, you definitely source, but that doesn't mean that all sourcing is outsourcing, because outsourcing just means that you are, whatever it is that you could have done or you don't want to do, you find an external person and have them do that thing for you. So there are various versions of that: outsourcing, offshoring, nearshoring, all that stuff, okay? And we will say that sourcing can be classified into two, at least in this case, in the case of this video. There is strategic sourcing, which is long-term. There is tactical, as well as the relevant examples. Look, if you have any question, just let me know, right? If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. And if you are interested in materials I've said, make sure you check them out, sign up. See you in the next video.